Definitely a crazy time to be a real estate agent, but if you find yourself a little bit confused, like on the sidelines of what's actually going on, because there's a ton of videos with like legal jargon, it's hard to kind of follow along. In this video, we're going to go ahead and give you like the layman's terms on what the heck is going on with this NAR settlement and what does that mean for real estate agents of today, like yourself. Okay. This is definitely impacting realtors in throughout the whole nation. All right. So let's talk about how this whole NAR settlement could actually be a huge win for some real estate agents. It's not all bad news, okay? I promise. All right, let's get into it. So the big news is all about this massive settlement involving the National Association of Realtors. That's NAR for short. They've agreed to pay a massive $418 million because some people weren't too happy with how commissions were being handled. Basically, that's what's going on. Essentially, the way agents get paid for selling houses is changing. It used to be that the seller would sort out paying both agents, right? The buyer and the listing agent. They were normally paid by the person selling the house. But now, buyers might have to start paying their own agent directly. Like if you're a buyer's agent, you have to ask your client now to pay you your commission. That's pretty crazy because it hasn't really been the norm for the longest time. So that's like the big change there. And this is true because the settlement basically says that the MLS can't list the 3% commission payout on the MLS listings like anymore. So in turn, that makes agents have to negotiate their buyer agent commission with their client directly. Weird, very weird times we are living in. And hey, this is how veterans come into play. VA loans, which are awesome for veterans looking to buy homes, have strict rules that stop veterans from paying for real estate agent fees. Okay, because why would they pay real estate commissions? They're heroes of the country that have served. With these new changes, buyer's agents won't be allowed to ask for the veterans to pay their buyer commission because that's what normally happened for veterans. They don't pay any real estate agent commission. But if this home seller won't pay the buyer commission anymore due to the changes of the settlement, then who ends up paying the buyer? See, there's the dilemma. It incentivizes buyer agents to choose not to represent veterans because they don't want to put themselves in that position. Would you blame them? I mean, no one really wants to work for free, you know? And if you come across a veteran as a lead, are you really going to help them if, A, you're not allowed to receive any payments from veterans, and then B, now the seller isn't going to automatically pay your buyer commission because they can't market and list buyer agent commissions paid for by the seller anymore. No one really likes to work for free. Maybe you'll do it once. I mean, it's a veteran, right? Maybe you'll help a veteran once find a home for free, but going forward, pass out one pro bono client? I don't think so, right? So this puts veterans in a really weird position for sure. And it's tough because it could make buying a home for a veteran even harder. And there are veterans. That's the problem. And I'm actually curious, would you represent a veteran for no pay? And if you would, like once, how many times? Once or twice or 3 times in a year? I actually would want to know. I feel like I would do it once. I mean, it's a veteran, just help them. But over and over and over again, like if I got 10 calls and they were all veterans, I'm a buyer's agent, it just puts us in a really weird and awkward situation, right? And that's the thing. I mean, even if the veteran's cool and understands and wants to pay you anyways, you can't accept it. You can't accept it, right? So it's just a really strange time to be a realtor. This is a really big deal. It's not just about the money per se. It's about making sure everyone gets a fair shot at owning a home, okay? Especially those who've served our country. There's a saying in real estate, everyone is entitled to representation. But the new changes are sort of indirectly challenging that quote. We really need to keep an eye on how all this is going to play out. Hopefully, we'll get more clarity in July. Hopefully. All right, we promised you guys a silver lining, so here is a silver lining. Oh, but one more thing that I almost missed, okay? Buyer agents are now required to get signatures on buyer representation agreements every single time. That's not really a big deal because competent agents, in my opinion, were already doing this anyway, so I don't think I really need to cover that, I mean, if you're a buyer's agent, just get a buyer's rep signed. It's mandatory now, but every competent agent has a way to get that done, right? Whether it's on their website, their sales funnel, or in person. So that's not the huge change, right? It's more so for like veterans and then the buyers having to now negotiate their commission and maybe even, from the buyer. Oh, right. So those are like the main points of the takeaway of what's going on right now with the settlement. Basically, working as a real estate agent just got a lot more challenging overall. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Okay, there's a silver lining for real estate agents feeling a bit worried right now. Okay, and that silver lining is apartment locating. Check out the name of my channel. This is a neat little area of real estate that's not getting hit by these changes. In fact, it could be a great opportunity for agents looking for something stable and rewarding, especially because apartment rentals are the first step of home ownership when you really think about it. Okay. So you might as well position yourself at stage one and build an easier relationship with your clientele so you can naturally help them buy their first home when the time inevitably comes in the lives of your real estate clientele. Get it? People rent apartments before they buy homes. So be an apartment locator, make 6 figures as a locator. That industry isn't affected by the settlement. You don't need any buyer's rep signed for that industry, okay? And also, the client doesn't even pay you as a locator. You know who pays you? It's not the seller. It's not your buyer. It's not the other broker. Why would they ever pay, right? But it's the apartment building, right? They pay locators out of their advertising budget just for filling up their vacancies, right? It's a really awesome way to get started. And with all of this going on with the settlement, having to get buyers reps signed now, just that awkward gray area that like no one really wants to talk about with the whole veterans, because that's just becomes a tougher clientele in general to deal with. I mean, now is just the best time, in my opinion, to position yourself as a locator right now, not a realtor. Build that quick 6-figure clientele with renters and just evolve with them naturally when they want to buy their first home, right? That's what my channel is all about anyways, right? We specialize in this niche. It's a really small niche. There's like less than 3,000 of us active right now compared to 1.5 million active realtors. So that gives you an idea of how small the niche is. But anyways, guys, if you're curious about apartment locating or just want to chat about what these changes mean for you, we're here to talk. Seriously, booking a call with us could open up a whole new chapter in your real estate career, even if you're just looking for some advice. So why not give it a shot? There should be a link down here somewhere. I hope you found this helpful and maybe even a bit reassuring. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't. It really does help us. And hit subscribe for more updates and tips from us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And if you're looking for your next big opportunity, click below to book a call with us. Let's explore what apartment locating can do for you.